Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel CescaYoga. If you're new here, then I'm very happy to have you and excited to flow with you today. We have a short 20-minute Vinyasa flow, so it's perfect to do if you're in a rush but really want to get your practice in. So find your mats and a block if you have one, and let's get started. So we're going to begin in child's pose, so having the two big toes touching, the knees will just be slightly apart, and we're going to reach forward with the hands, placing the forehead on the mat. And just starting to connect to the breath. Taking nice deep inhales and then letting it all go. And then on the inhale, you're going to walk the hands over to the right hand side and then just leaning into the left arm, opening up the lats. Inhale, exhale, pressing into the left hand. And then you're going to walk the hands over to the left hand side. Inhale, exhale, pressing into the right hand. And then walking the hands to the middle of the mat. And then on the inhale, you're going to round the spine up. And then you're going to arch it forward as you pinch the elbows down, coming into a cobra. Exhale, coming back to child's pose, rippling the spine back. Inhale, rounding it forward, and then arching through, coming into cobra. Inhale. Exhale, back to child's pose. And then maybe just doing this in your own time. Really connecting to the breath. And then coming into tabletop, having your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Inhale, you arch the spine, gazing up. Exhale, rounding the spine, coming into cat, gazing at your navel. Inhale, arching the spine, coming into cow pose. Exhale, rounding the spine. And then maybe making a figure eight. Just moving the hips and whatever feels right for you. Just doing your own thing. And then tucking the toes under, reaching the hips up towards the sky, coming into your first downward dog. So we're going to pedal out the feet. Opening up the hamstrings. And then you're going to take your right hand and reach it over towards your left shin and gaze under your left armpit. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Exhale fully. And then inhale as you take your left hand over to the right shin, gazing under your right armpit. And then coming back to neutral. And you're going to slowly walk the feet in, coming to the top of your mat. Feet are hip width apart, and then holding onto each forearm, letting the head hang. Let gravity take you down, and you might want a nice bend in the knees here. And then taking the hands behind you, interlocking the fingers and opening up the chest. Inhale as you straighten the right leg, taking the chest over to the right side. Breathing into the right hamstring. And then inhale, coming back to neutral, and then straightening the left leg, taking the chest over. Having a sense of breathing into the hamstring, letting it open up. With each exhale, it opens up a little further. And then coming back to neutral, bending both legs, taking the hands out in front of you, and then rolling the spine up each vertebrae at a time. Rolling the shoulders back. And then we're going to have the feet either together or hip width apart. Standing nice and tall, grounding through the feet. Inhale as you raise the arms up towards the sky, gazing through the hands. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward. Inhale, create space, taking the hands to your shins or come up onto the fingertips. Exhale, hands come to the mat, stepping back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the knees. Drop the chest. And then inhale to take the chest forward for cobra. Exhale, curling the toes under, raising the hips to the sky. And then closing the eyes here. Having a sense of stillness in downward dog. Listening to the breath. Inhale, stepping forward with the right foot and the left to meet it. Inhale, create space. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raising the arms up, gazing through the hands. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, opening up the arms, gazing through the hands. Exhale, coming forward, let gravity take you down. Inhale, up onto the fingertips, lengthening the spine. Exhale, step back with the left foot this time. Right foot meets it in plank. Inhale here. Option to drop the knees or taking the elbows in, pinching them in towards the chest, lowering halfway through your chaturanga. And then open up the heart for upward dog. Keeping the hands and the tops of the feet on the mat, that's it. Engaging the glutes. And then exhale, uncurl the toes, come into downward dog. Breathing here. Inhale, coming up onto the toes. Exhale, step forward with the left foot and the right to meet it. Inhale, create space. Exhale, lowering all the way. Inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, coming into your chair pose, hinging at the hips. Making sure you can see your toes. Nice, straight spine. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering through your chaturanga and then open up the heart for upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg raises up high. And then see if you can take the right foot over to the other side towards the left sit bones. And then gaze over your left shoulder. Maybe you can see your right foot. Breathing here, opening up the hip. And then inhale as you step forward with the right foot. Dropping the left knee, coming into a low lunge. Inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale here, feeling a nice opening in the hip. And then inhale as you come forward, straightening the right leg, drawing the right toes towards you. Option to take the hands out in front of you, or maybe they come beside you. Doing whatever feels right for you in this half split. Breathing in as you exhale, channeling the breath into the hamstring. Inhale, coming back into your low lunge. As you exhale, taking the hands to the inside of the the right foot, and then taking the right foot to the outside of the mat, coming into a lizard. Option to keep the left knee on the mat, or maybe you want to lift the left knee off the mat. Either is fine. It's a deep hip opener, so doing what feels right for you today. And then inhale as you drop the left knee, raising the right arm up, and then twisting over, taking your right hand to the outside of the left thigh, gazing to the back of the mat. Option to stay here, or maybe you want to take hold of the left foot. Remembering any option is perfect. It's your body, it's your practice. And then dropping the left foot down, windmilling the right hand down to the mat, and coming back to child's pose. Maybe you can feel a difference between the left hip and the right hip. Just becoming in tune with the body. How does it feel today? Maybe I feel open, maybe I'm tight. Just knowing that not every day is going to be the same. Listening to the body, listening to the breath. Inhale as you ripple the spine up, curling the toes under, raising the hips. Left leg comes up high. And then taking the left toes over to the right sit bones. Maybe you look over your shoulder to see, what do you look like, toes? What is happening over here? It's a nice variation to have a back bend and hip opener. And then taking your knee to your nose, dropping the left foot down. Then you're going to drop the right knee. Inhale as you raise the arms, coming into your low lunge. On the inhale, you're going to straighten the left leg, coming into that half split again. So remember, you can have the hands by the side or maybe out in front of you. Also knowing that not every side's the same. You know, one hamstring might be tighter than the other. And then inhale to come back into your lunge, and then taking your left foot out to the side of the mat, coming into our lizard. So again, option to keep the knee down, or maybe you want to raise the knee up. Opening up that hip, listening to the breath. And then dropping the right knee down to the mat. Inhale as you raise the left hand, and then taking it over to the outside of the right thigh as you gaze to the back of the mat. Option to stay here, or maybe you want to try and clasp on to the right foot. And then dropping the right foot down, taking your left hand to the inside of your foot, and then coming back into a child's pose, reaching forward. And then rippling the spine up, coming back into our downward dog. So option to step the feet forward, or you can jump in through your arms to come into seated. Extending the legs out long. Inhale as you raise the arms up. Exhale, reaching forward. Maybe holding onto your knees, your ankles, your feet. Option to have a block in front of you that you can hold on to if you're feeling extra flexible today. And then inhale to come up. And we're going to take the palms of the feet together, coming into Baddha Konasana, holding your feet as if you're reading a book. Inhale, opening up the chest. Exhale, leaning forward, but keeping the spine nice and straight. Maybe using the elbows to open up the hips a bit more. And then inhale to come up. And then placing the hands underneath your ankles, holding onto the bottoms of the feet. Inhale, exhale, round the spine, taking your forehead down to your feet. And then inhale to come out. Coming to lie on our backs. Hugging the knees into the chest and just making circular motions here. And then squeeze yourself into your legs. With every single last bit of energy you have in the body, just squeeze. And then let it go, coming into Shavasana, taking the feet out to the sides of the mat, palms of the hands facing up towards the sky. Shutting off the eyes. Releasing the jaw, any tension, let it go. Letting the tongue drop to the bottom of the mouth. Softening the eyes and the eyebrows. And feeling that prana, that life force energy flowing through your body. All the way from the bottom of your feet up through each limb, each finger, each toe. And letting yourself feel heavy, you're melting into the mat, sinking into the ground. And then when you're ready, feeling some sort of sensation in your fingers and your toes, maybe giving them a wiggle. Hugging the knees into your chest. And then taking yourself over to the right hand side, keeping the eyes closed. And then pushing yourself up with your left hand, coming into a seated position. Palms of the hands come together. Keeping those eyes shut, rub the hands. And then place them over your eyes. And then softly releasing them, opening the eyes up. Hands come to your heart center. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining this short practice today. I hope you enjoyed it and you have nice open hips and you're feeling great. I hope to see you next time. Bye.